where we have also been coming to you from the Tully region. Earlier this morning, we had Charlie McKillop bringing you the rural report. We've got Adam Stephen and the Northern Drive team from there from 3 this afternoon because, of course, the World Rafting Championships are happening officially today. They're actually on the river today. But before the best rafters from around the world go head-to-head trying to tame the Tully, yesterday they came together to honour the memory of one of their own. Cassandra Emary lost her life in a rafting accident in Nepal, where she'd spent 3 years as a certified river guide while living with a local family, and she was just 23 years old. Yesterday, her parents, far North Queensland teammates, her Nepalese family and rafters from around the world gathered at the Tully River to say goodbye.
On behalf of the Australian women's rafting teams, the Master Women and the Open Women, and also the Australian Rafting Federation, thank you very much for joining us today. It really means a lot for all of us, for you to be here to join us. It's been one hell of a ride for our women's teams, but we're here and we made it. A big shout out actually to the Open Women who stepped up to take a place in our team so we could actually compete, because we were at a point in the last 5 months where on our home river we didn't even know if we were going to be able to pull a team together. So big shout out to those girls. Thank you so much. Thanks, everybody.
As her parents, we'd just like to say that as a child, Cassandra always dreamed of going to the Olympics and representing Australia. It was a big dream of hers. She always thought she was going to do it riding a horse, and yet last year she was given this wonderful opportunity to compete for Australia at Argentina, rafting, whitewater rafting. And for us, we were holding the space for her to be here this year and be on the Tully and represent Australia here in our home ground. And instead we're sending her down the river where she would absolutely be loving the fact that everybody's here, we're all here to honour her, and we're so grateful that we can be a part of this and share this with all of you. Thank you so much. Have a great competition! Okay, my name's Sue Emary. I'm Cassandra's mum. I'm here on the banks of the Tully River to honour our daughter. She was going to be competing this year with the Australian Open women's team, and unfortunately she passed away in November, and we had already pre-booked our tickets. We were coming up here. We were up here to support her. So we're still up here and we're still supporting her and we're supporting the team. We were honoured with a traditional Nepali cremation for her on the river, with Nim organising the whole lot and the Nepali boys putting together and building her pyre, and there she was cremated on the river. It was kind of bittersweet because we were the only ones over there, and now it feels so special that we've got all her Australian community here, as well as representatives all around the world. But the Nepali boys are here to be with us, to share with her being released down here on the Tully River and the Barron River.
It's been a very emotional day for those Australian women that were your daughter's teammates. How much is it going to mean for you to see them continue to carry the baton for Australia tomorrow and do Australia proud here on the Tully?
Well, it means so much to us, so much so that we've created a foundation called the Cassanga Fund, and with that Cassanga Fund we are hoping to raise over $1 million, and our mission for our fund is to promote and support women in adventure sports. So for us it's all about right now supporting our Australian women's team. They are our priority, and they're the ones that we've been able to sponsor. That's what it's all about. It's about us, continuing her legacy and continuing with the girls and being with them here to support them, and yelling out and screaming and Aussie, Aussie, Aussie and all that sort of stuff, and knowing that that's exactly what she would want us to do.
Cassandra was 23 years old, but she had such big dreams. How proud of her were you of the fact that she did have a vision for the community that her adopted home in Nepal?
She was amazing. She had so many dreams. She had so many plans. But in saying that, you know, what she'd achieved in her lifetime up until now is absolutely phenomenal. Like, she has done so much more than what most people would do in an average lifetime. She has done in 23 years. So for us, it's not about what she didn't achieve. It's about, you know, being so grateful for what she was and what she did and managed to achieve.
What does Cassanga mean? Because I've been calling her Cassandra, but how did Cassanga come about?
Yeah, Cassanga came about because she has, as a child, she was never able to say Cassandra. So she named herself Sanga. And as a family and all my close friends and our family friends, we all called her Sanga. And of course, for her river community, for all her other community, her outdoor recce community, they all called her Cass. So we found that we were having two separate entities, you know, in her passing. Some of us were calling her Sanga, some were calling her Cass. So we've put it together and we've called her Cassanga.
And I believe that's quite apt because Sanga in the Nepalese...
Yeah, in Hindu means community, sacred community. And that's what she was all about. Absolutely, yeah, holding everybody together and creating a sacred community, yeah.
What did being on the water mean to your daughter?
She described herself as a spirit connected to the elements. And for her, she said, Mum, you know, look what I've done with the earth element. You know, I've done my horse riding, my mountain biking, my hiking, my outdoor adventure stuff. And with the air, she's done skydiving and paragliding. And believe it or not, she was meant to start a diploma in skydiving in New Zealand in October this year. She was going to do a 6-month diploma in skydiving. She'd said to me, Mum, I'm ready to leave the water element and I'm going to step into the air element. But for her, the water element was everything. And for her to pass being connected to the water element, I think that's fitting because, you know, right from a child we had her on the water skiing, wakeboarding, having a great time. All our family holidays have always been on the river. She just loved kayaking, loved her paddling, loved canyoning, everything and anything to do with water.
Being so close to the Tully River, a river that she knew so well in her competitive sport, how hard is it to be here knowing that she won't be?
Yeah, I'm choosing to be positive about it. We need to accept the fact that death is part of life, and for us it's knowing that, you know, her ashes are now spread down the river. We're up here to honour her and celebrate her, and I know that that's what she would want.
And her legacy sounds like it's going to carry on, not only in Nepal, but embodied by this young Australian team who have got such ambition.
Absolutely, absolutely. And we're asking everybody to jump onto our Facebook page, the Cassanga Fund Facebook page, like our page, share our page and donate $1 and help us get to $1 million, because what we plan to do is create 2 sister schools called the Cassanga Adventure Sister Schools, and we're going to create them with the purpose of allowing women to come, experience adventure sports, gain self-confidence, gain their skills to be able to step out in community with the men and feel confident and guide and raft and do whatever they want to do, jump out of a plane, climb rocks, whatever they choose to do. Yeah, so that's our goal.
Sue Emary, thank you so much for sharing some insights about your daughter's very, very special connection with this river and the people that will be paddling on it this weekend.
Absolutely. Thank you. You're welcome.
That is Cassandra Emary's mum, Sue, speaking to Charlie McKillop on the banks of the Tully River ahead of the big event, which is getting underway today. The actual sprint runs are happening today. And also the Cassanga Fund, by the way, Cassangafund. So Cassanga Fund, one word is the way that you spell that.